My dear child, stay in the present with me, and I will reveal what waits ahead. Listen carefully with your innermost attention. Nowhere in all creation is beyond my reach. No depth of shadow hides you from me. I walk beside you on bright days and sit with you when night feels endless. My closeness is not a brief reward given only when life is smooth. It is a lasting pledge woven into your very life. I am always near, ready to guide you through storms, to shine a light when the way seems gone, to give your spirit safe shelter. You may have felt alone in still moments and wondered why your heart hurts if I never leave. Loneliness does not prove I am absent. It echoes your own footsteps when you stray from the sound of my voice. It grows when the noise of daily demands drowns out my quiet call, when you lean on your own strength instead of resting in mine. Remember, I have never turned away. The restlessness in you, that ache for something real, is a signal I placed within. I set that gentle pull to bring you back. Even now, I am speaking not in thunder but in a soft tone that touches your core. I do not tire. I watch over you with unbounded care. I am the safe place where your weary heart can relax, the anchor that steadies you when rough waves try to sweep you away. Return to me. Open yourself and notice my nearness as real as breath. Think of the quiet gifts in your days. A door opening when all seemed shut. A kind phrase arriving at the hardest moment. An answer rising from what looked hopeless. Remember, remarkable moments need not appear grand. I arrange both the grand and the simple, making sure you have what you need for the next step. I am not only on mountaintops. I am in ordinary minutes, the sound of easy laughter, a breeze that cools a tired face, the pause that settles racing thoughts. In each detail, I whisper, I am here. My presence is not earned. It does not hinge on how many prayers you voice, how much you read, or how often you act kindly. My care has no limit. I stay beside you even when you forget, even when you wander. I keep calling you toward quiet confidence and a life shaped by peace. If these words stir you, hold them close and choose trust. Pause for a moment. Close your eyes. Draw a steady breath. Feel the air move in and out, slow and natural. Notice your shoulders drop, your jaw soften, your heartbeat settling into a calm rhythm. Let the simple act of breathing remind you that you are alive in this instant with me. Sense my nearness like steady warmth around you. I do not stand here to judge. I am here to care. I am not here to condemn. I am here to lift you up. Let kindness, patience, and steady attention be the language between us. You never have to earn this safe place. You only need to allow yourself to notice it. I do not wish to punish you. When you notice I am near, fear starts to loosen its grasp. Anxiety may still whisper, but it no longer commands. Doubt may speak, but it cannot decide. With me beside you, fear becomes only one voice among many, and it loses volume every time you remember my steady presence. Anxious thoughts fade, and a quiet peace fills the space they occupied because you truly know we face life together. No storm is too harsh, no darkness too thick, no barrier too high. You will face strong winds, yet you will not be uprooted. When thunder rolls, recall that sound fades. My presence does not. Stand firm in that awareness, and courage will grow like a sturdy tree beside dependable water. I light the way through every shadow. Live differently today. Move with awareness of my nearness. Trust me with each step and choice. Seek me not out of duty, but because you long for steady, unconditional care. Then what once felt impossible will begin to shift. You will notice courage rising in choices large and small, conversations once avoided, tasks once postponed, possibilities once dismissed. My quiet assurance fuels steady action, not sudden spectacle. Mountains that seemed huge will shrink before persistent hope. And the peace you crave will settle into every open corner. The world is loud, pressing you with noise and endless demands. Voices compete for your attention, promising quick relief, yet leaving you more weary. They do not have the authority or steadiness I offer. Learn to step back from the uproar, and you will hear the steady rhythm of my guidance beneath the noise. It's easy to feel lost in that swirl, yet I speak most clearly in quiet moments. In stillness, my voice reaches the depths of your inner being. During quiet mornings, in the hush before sleep, or while you wait in line, an inner stillness can open. Use those simple pauses as doorways toward me. Give yourself permission to turn down obligations. Even brief retreats, closing your eyes between tasks, listening to the hush of night. Train your mind to recognize quiet as an ally rather than an empty void. In time, the quiet will greet you like an old friend. To hear, you must pause. Stop running. Stop striving. Allow your thoughts to settle like dust after wind. Give your body permission to rest, even if only for a minute. In that brief pause, you create room for fresh direction and quiet courage. Stop looking for solutions in places that cannot satisfy. Meet me in the quiet, and let the world's noise fade. Silence is not empty. It is the room where I remind you who you are. The clatter outside can steal your joy, but chosen stillness renews your strength. Make time each day to be still. Set distractions aside, calm your thoughts, and listen. You will find me not as a far echo, but as a living presence, offering steady words to a tired spirit. I move in your life with purpose, ready to guide you and fill you with peace that stands firm. Welcome my nearness and know I will never leave. The world may shout, yet I speak in quiet. Stop, breathe, and listen. My voice calls, ready to strengthen your inner life. You are never alone. Let the breath you draw remind you of fresh chances. I am with you in every moment, in every breath. Trust my presence, and let it guide you towards steady peace and clear purpose. I am not asking you to scale unthinkable heights to find this quiet. Take ordinary tasks, walking to a doorway, washing a dish, tying your shoes, and turn them into reminders that I accompany you. As routine movements stack, so does your awareness that companionship is constant. The way is simpler and still profound. It begins with one deliberate choice, a pause. In that still moment, you make room for me. Close your eyes. Let the world fade. Take a deep breath. Feel life fill your lungs. Feel calm leave with the exhale. Notice the burdens you carry, the worries, the fears, the restless thoughts. Note how the floor supports you, how the air cools your skin, how distant sounds fade when you focus on breath. Each detail grounds you further in the present, where I speak. Let their grip loosen. This is not empty quiet. It is a refuge where your heart can reset. In that pause, you see what was hidden. My presence feels tangible, not as a distant force, but as gentle warmth. My voice arrives not as a shout, but as a calm whisper. Clarity grows here, and I can point out the next step. In stillness, I offer peace beyond analysis and guidance that matches my purpose. Do not rush from this refuge. Linger until calm feels natural and direction feels possible. Dear child, you carry my care. Share these words with 3 people who struggle, and watch calm settle over them. Silence may feel uneasy at first. When outer noise stops, inner voices can grow louder, doubts, fears, insecurities. They rush to fill the gap, but do not let them win. I am with you in this space, walking beside you. And when you share, do so gently, offering presence more than advice. Let your example of quiet trust serve as an invitation. Together, we will face those shadows, and I will show you they hold no true power. In quiet, I steady areas worn, settle storms of fear, and breathe fresh hope into a tired heart. Silence is not just lack of sound. It is an act of surrender. You set aside distractions, opinions, and expectations and open yourself fully to me. In that release, something new unfolds. Fog lifts, peace flows like gentle water, and answers start taking shape. Answers may not arrive instantly, yet they will come with clarity and calm that lasts. I stay active, ready to speak steady truths that anchor you and guide your path. Many search for answers elsewhere, approval from others, words and books, even their own shifting feelings. While these sources offer small glimpses, they cannot reveal the full picture. The guidance you need waits here in stillness, where I speak directly to your spirit. I alone see your entire life, every joy and struggle forming a pattern with lasting meaning. In quiet, I reveal insights shaped just for you. Silence is not a burden. It is a gift. It lets your mind rest, your heart release tension, and your direction grow clear. When you choose this space, you are saying yes to my presence, yes to peace, and yes to the transformation I long to bring. The gift of silence does not remove you from real life. Rather, it equips you to re-enter your routines with renewed insight. You will notice that conversations become clearer, choices less frantic, and gratitude easier, all because you allowed a few quiet moments. This decision is powerful. It can change the course of your life in ways that last. I know the world has trained you to fill every moment with activity. Your day is crowded with tasks, your mind with thoughts, your heart with distractions. Pausing may feel strange or wasteful. Yet, I invite you to try. Think of pausing as a gift you can give yourself, an intermission that lets your soul breathe. With practice, this short gap can reset an entire day. Allow yourself to stop. I wait in the quiet, ready to meet you there. Begin with a short moment, maybe 5 minutes. Sit in stillness. Breathe deeply and invite me in. You will sense my presence in real, undeniable ways. Do not be discouraged if wandering thoughts intrude. Gently return to the breath and my name, again and again. Simple persistence teaches the heart to settle. My gentle voice will remind you that you never had to carry the world alone. In that space, worries shrink, problems regain perspective, and long-sought peace fills empty places. I stand ready to bring clarity where confusion lingers and hope where despair has settled. All I ask is that you open yourself and listen. Listening takes courage, for it means letting go of your own plans and control and trusting me even when the road ahead looks hidden. Courage grows through repetition. Every time you choose trust, you strengthen the pathway that leads back to peace. Surrender is not weakness. It opens the way for my power to work within you. When you choose to listen, you show trust that can move great obstacles and revive what felt lost. My words are living truths that reach deep, lighting dark corners and renewing what was worn. You may not understand the chaos around you, the future uncertain, the present heavy, the past painful. Yet I see the larger picture. My perspective stretches beyond time, connecting beginnings to endings with care you may not yet see. While you wrestle with details, I hold the wider story. Trust does not demand that you see the whole road. It asks you to rely on the one who does. Today, choose stillness. Choose a short interval today, perhaps while sipping water, to rest your eyes and recall that wider story. Let that memory free you from needless worry. Not tomorrow. Not when life feels calmer, but now. Pause. Breathe. Listen. Let my words settle inside. Soon burdens feel lighter. Mental noise quiets, and peace begins to overflow. As you breathe, picture cares leaving with each exhale. Picture new strength arriving with each inhale. This simple visualization gently guides the mind toward calm. I remain active, ready to guide you and lead you into a life of meaning and joy. Trust me. Walk with me. Walk deliberately, placing one foot after the other, knowing I match each pace. When your legs tire, remember my strength undergirds your own, and you can continue. Some days the road feels uneven. Yet each step taken with awareness becomes part of a path toward wholeness. Celebrate tiny distances covered, knowing progress is measured in faithfulness, not speed. Listen in the quiet. I speak, and my words will change your life. I see the weight you carry, the choices pressing on you and the silent worries that steal your calm. You have tried to handle everything alone, solving problems by sheer effort without pausing to look for my guidance. You were never meant to live as if the universe rests on your shoulders. Shared weight becomes bearable weight. Let me tell you this, you were not shaped to live under such strain. I formed you with care and invited you to depend on me. Before you voiced a single thought, I was already at work. Before your deepest hopes took shape, I was arranging answers. My planning reaches further than your timelines, preparing opportunities that match your genuine passions in ways you will recognize when the moment arrives. My love is active and constant. I stir the universe to ensure every detail aligns with good on your behalf. No matter how far solutions seem or how heavy the load feels, I am directing each moment toward renewal, steady joy, and eventual victory. I use both quiet seasons and busy ones to shape resilience within you, turning setbacks into points of learning and victories into reminders of gratitude. Never doubt that each day holds gentle evidence of this quiet, purposeful work unfolding. For my work to take root, you must give me space. Quiet the clamor of doubt, fear, and distraction. Listening with trust means opening your inner self to receive. Believe that I am faithful and stronger than any obstacle. When you listen in faith, burdens lift and confusion clears. When doubts rise again, return to breath. Return to the stillness we share, and let assurance grow. Peace then flows through every part of you. Trust is not about seeing results with your eyes. It is about relying on the one who holds the future. When uncertainty rises, anchor yourself in what you know, not what you see. Each act of trust, however small, carries power to shape a life filled with hope, purpose, and unshakable calm. Trust reshapes how you see obstacles, not as dead ends, but as corners that open onto new paths. With such trust, setbacks become lessons rather than verdicts. You begin to read circumstances differently, asking, "What can I learn here?" instead of, "Why is this happening to me?" This fresh viewpoint opens doors you once overlooked. Today, I invite you to listen with your whole being, ears, mind, and heart. Let my voice wash over you, easing fear, easing hurt, and renewing strength. My words hold life and power. When you open yourself, you enter deeper relationship, a place where you no longer need every answer because you rest in my nearness. You will find that living in this relationship replaces striving with steady confidence and replaces tension with grounded hope. I know the struggles you hide, the tears you shed in secret, the pain behind a brave face. You may think no one understands, but I notice every sigh, the doubts that whisper lies about your worth, the scars unseen by others. I know them. I draw near not to expose your wounds, but to assure you they do not define your worth. Your value is secure. You may have masked your pain with distractions or forced smiles. Yet it lingers, draining energy and dimming light. Still, I am near, closer than breath, ready to offer steady comfort. No need escapes my notice. No hurt lies outside my reach. No darkness is too dense for my light. Lean into that light. Feel its gentle warmth ease the tight places inside you. I turn what feels like ashes into fresh beauty, sorrow into deep joy, despair into clear hope. Renewal starts with courage, the courage to admit your pain and place it with me. This is not weakness. Courage sets in motion a shift that ripples through every part of life. Relationships become kinder, plans feel possible, and tomorrow no longer looks threatening. It is strength, a bold step that says you no longer carry the weight alone. Surrender is not easy. Fear tells you vulnerability invites harm, that trusting again is too risky. Perhaps those you trusted hurt you, leaving you feeling abandoned or betrayed. Let my steady presence answer those fears each time they speak until their voices fade into background noise you barely notice. But I am not like others. I never fail, never abandon, never turn away. When you place your pain with me, you entrust it to unfailing care. My commitment is unfailing. You can rest knowing nothing will cause me to withdraw my care. Rest in that certainty. Even if your feelings shift like weather, my commitment stays steady, wider than oceans and taller than the highest peaks you have seen. As you let go, something new happens. The weight lifts, and shadows give way to light. Light spreads, revealing colors you thought were lost, and hope grows quietly like dawn brightening the horizon after a long night. Stay with that light until it fills every corner of your awareness. Notice how your posture straightens, how your mind clears, and how fresh purpose emerges. From there, step forward with quiet assurance, knowing I remain beside you. Comfort is here now, not as a wish for tomorrow, but as something real today. The calm you assumed was too distant stands beside you. And the quiet happiness you thought had left begins to return. This is the existence I intended for you, an open life, free and close to me. My dear child, let the care I give shine around you. Share what you learn with those who feel lost. And together, we will spread steady hope and lasting peace. When challenges look fixed in place, they start to move. Issues that once towered over you shrink under the light of my presence, and calm fills the empty corners of your heart. Enter this moment bravely. Set your worries at my feet. Let my steady care hold you up and guide your steps. You are never on your own. I am here, working for your good. Listen with trust and watch new paths open. Rely on me because I keep my word, and my care for you does not fade. Pain is not your badge. It is a signal that something matters to you, but it does not define you. It neither sets your future nor limits the open possibilities before you. When you lean on my promise, you discover that worth is not measured by hurt. Your story remains open, and new chapters wait to be written. Allow me to walk beside you into those pages. Though hurt feels heavy and real, it is not your final chapter. It marks the start of change so deep and bright it will exceed your boldest hopes. In the heat of struggle, my strength is most visible. In your fragile places, I lend resilience. In sorrow, I pour quiet compassion that reaches your core. Today, I invite you, bring every piece of hurt to me. Place the shattered corners of your heart, the aching scars, the memories that disturb your rest. Leave nothing hidden. I am not a remote spectator interested only in the polished side of your life. I am involved in every part, the messy, the cracked, the parts you think beyond repair. Each wound, each tear, each silent ache matters to me because it is part of you. When you hand me your hurt, you are not giving up. You are opening the door to thorough rebuilding. Your openness also invites growth you cannot yet see, clearing space for new insight, fresh connection, and steady strength that carries you when energy runs low. I am not talking about quick fixes or surface relief. I speak of a full renewal that starts deep within and reaches every area of living. I aim to return your stolen joy, to wake the hope that faded, to bring back the light in your eyes that once gleamed with plans. I will energize what feels numb, strengthen what has grown tired, and settle calm in places shaken by unrest. You do not have to shoulder this load alone. I am already near, closer than your next breath, ready to act for your good. All I ask is that you set the pain down. Trust that I can help, and let me move freely through every corner of your life. As you release the weight, notice how your shoulders lower and your breath deepens. This physical shift mirrors the inner relief occurring. It shows that body and spirit move together, each affecting the other. Let this balance guide you toward healthier rhythms of rest, effort, and reflection. This is not about striving or earning. It is about releasing and allowing me to work. Once you let go, a quiet shift begins. The pressure that has squeezed your heart lifts as if carried away by an unseen hand. The fog that crowded your mind clears, making room for a peace that feels new yet strangely familiar. That peace becomes a reliable presence, not tied to events, but to deep assurance. From this grounded place, your choices gain clarity, and you learn to treat yourself with gentleness. I know there are times when the hurt feels endless, when wounds seem too deep, when scars appear fixed. Hear this: I excel where limits seem greatest. Where life feels broken, I foster wholeness. Where all looks dark, I spark light. Where hope has collapsed, I revive it. Right now, I am breathing fresh courage into you, stirring strength to release the pain, planting trust that broken parts can be rebuilt. Hand the hurt to me. When you do, change begins. Cuts that once described you become stories of growth. Fears that held you tight lose their hold. Over time, you will notice subtle but steady shifts, thoughts becoming clearer, emotions finding balance, relationships gaining honesty. These developments may seem ordinary, yet they point to deeper movement inside you that no setback can erase. Joy you thought long gone starts to rise again like clear water in a quiet well. I am Spirit, moving in and through you this very instant. My presence is never idle. It nudges you toward kindness, steadies you in conflict, and reminds you to breathe when pressure builds. Even on plain days when nothing remarkable happens, my presence quietly shapes your outlook, opening space for gratitude. It is active, steady, and ready to shape your life from the inside out. Open yourself to me. Take the calm I extend, a calm that goes beyond reason. This calm will not erase challenge, yet it will give you footing. It helps you respond instead of react. Notice details you once missed and choose compassion when annoyance tempts you. Over time, these small choices create lasting impact that reaches further than you imagine. Live certain that I notice every tear, understand each wound, and I'm already at work. The change you want does not come from outside approval. Real renewal starts within, in the quiet place where I dwell. It is deep and lasting, taking root when you allow me full access. I know you long for lighter days, an unburdened heart, a clear mind, a spirit free of fear. But such shifts cannot be forced or manufactured. They begin when you welcome me into the deepest rooms of your being, where genuine change occurs. I understand that opening the door can feel unsettling. You might fear what will surface, worry that facing it could be too painful. Remember, I approach with gentleness, not accusation. I sit with you. Pause when you need rest and move ahead only when you are ready. The thought of revisiting old hurt or facing past missteps may awaken fear. I have not come to criticize or reject. I come to mend, to renew, to make each part new. When you let me into those hidden places, you take the first stride toward real freedom. Freedom grows on trust and honesty. When you name your hurt, you loosen its grip. Speaking it, whether in quiet reflection, in conversation, or in prayer, allows light to reach it and begins the steady work of understanding. Freedom beyond expectation grows from that step. You may have tried to solve matters alone, gripping for control, hunting for solutions in your own strength. Though such effort is brave, it falls short of the lasting shift you seek. Durable change does not arise from human striving, but from divine power. And that power stands ready now, waiting only for your invitation. You will notice it in subtle signals, a calm breath in tension, a fresh idea when options seem gone, a gentle urge to forgive or to attempt again. Here is my pledge: where pain lingers, I introduce comfort; where darkness gathers, I kindle light; where life feels fractured, I guide it toward restoration. I am not distant. I stay near, involved in every detail, prepared to shape your hurt into something good. This restoration often arrives through practical avenues, supportive friends, wise counsel, timely openings, and also through inner shifts that make space for gratitude even as challenges continue. Trust your heart to me. Let me lift the burdens. Allow me to lead you into a future lined with hope, calm, and purpose. I stand at the entrance of your heart, ready to begin. Will you welcome me? Will you trust me with your hurt? Understand that trust is not a one-time decision, but a rhythm you return to daily. On some days, it feels easy. On others, it may feel forced. Bring those harder days to me, and I will meet you there. Can you believe that I can do far more than you ask or imagine? The choice is yours. Yet know this: I am prepared and waiting. I am Spirit within you, reshaping you from the deepest places. Invite me, and I attend to silent wounds, hidden fears, and quiet doubts weighing on your soul. My work is never shallow. It reaches the core of who you are. Where life is broken, I point toward renewal. Where despair has settled, I spark hope. I do not merely patch the surface or distract you from pain. Instead, I guide you to understand it, to learn from it, and to move through it with new courage. My aim is depth, not quick repair, so the change endures through every season. Where darkness lingers, I pour steady light. This change is not instant. It unfolds like a journey, step by step. Each time you lay down a burden, each time you trust my guidance, each moment you welcome my presence, I am reshaping you. I form you into a person with purpose, designed for a future beyond what you can picture. This progress starts with small, brave acts, a whispered prayer, a moment of honesty, a decision to trust when the road looks dim. These simple steps, though they may seem minor, build the foundation for great change. With each one, I work inside you, planting strength and renewal. Today, I invite you not merely to notice me, but to welcome me into every corner of life. Let me enter the rooms you have locked, the hurts you believe beyond repair, the dreams buried under layers of doubt. I excel where limits look final. Nothing is too deep, too dark, or too broken. When you grant me room, you taste the fuller life awaiting you. Joy once distant warms like first light. Calm once unreachable settles every storm. Confidence worn thin by trials rises again as you remember who you are with me. Such is the power of my nearness, a strength that restores and renews. There will be days when progress feels slow, when aches linger, when surroundings seem unchanged. During those seasons, remember that growth often happens out of sight, gathering strength until the right moment. Trust that I am still at work, arranging outcomes that will one day bring clarity. When those moments arrive, grip this truth: I act in hidden spaces, arranging quiet miracles. While you wait, I move obstacles, align circumstances, and prepare good on your behalf. Much of this unfolds beyond your sight, like roots spreading underground, unseen yet vital. Later, you may look back and notice how separate events formed a clear path that could not have appeared by chance. My timing is flawless, my intention steady, my care for you unshaken. Trust me. Believe that I will finish the work I began within you. Even when you cannot see progress, I am shaping your character, strengthening your faith, and drawing you toward the purpose for which you were made. Delay does not mean neglect. It often signals unseen preparation so that the outcome can endure. In waiting, you gain patience, resilience, and empathy, qualities that prepare you to support others on their journeys. Brave child, I have known you from the start, and my regard for you is constant. Let these words bring calm, courage, and clarity. Come close, and I will reveal wonders still unseen. Walk in trust, and I will direct every step. Seek me in ordinary moments, while walking, sharing a meal, or resting in silence, and you will sense gentle guidance that feels ordinary yet unmistakable. I am Spirit, present and active, standing with you in this very moment. My love for you does not depend on flawless performance. It is not reduced by mistakes, regrets, or times you strayed. My love is steady and cannot be broken. It outlasts every fashion and cultural tide, providing a resting place that does not erode with time or circumstance. This love reaches beyond every failure, every flaw, every fear. You might ask, how can you still love me after all I have done? Let me answer with a truth that echoes through time: my love existed before your first breath and will remain after your final one. It does not depend on moods or performance, and it cannot be interrupted by shame. It waits patiently for every yes you give. I love you not for your deeds but for your being. You are crafted with great worth and lasting purpose. No error is too big, no distance too far, no weight too heavy for my love to reach. My love flows without end, shines without dimming, and burns without fading. It is never passive. It moves. It changes things when you open yourself to it. Hurt begins to close. Fear loosens its grip, and hope rises from the ashes of despair. My love forgives, and it also rebuilds. Hope may appear first as a faint spark, then grow into a steady glow. Each moment you allow my love room, that glow strengthens and lights your path, encouraging others to find their own way. It breathes life into what felt lifeless, brings order where chaos reigned, and settles calm in turbulence. I know that trusting this love can seem hard. Perhaps others claimed love yet handed you pain. I understand the hesitation that follows disappointment. Trust feels risky after betrayal. Yet my love poses no danger. It holds space for your questions, meets you at your pace, and never forces. Maybe you built walls to guard yourself. But I am not like them. My love does not betray, does not wound, does not fail. It is pure, steady, and true. When you choose to trust me, you are not entering uncertainty. Let those walls come down at a pace you can bear. I will not rush the process. You are stepping into arms that will never let you go. So today, I ask for a decision. Let me enter every part of your life. Trust that I can transform each broken piece of your story. Open your heart to my presence, my love, and my strength. In this space of surrender, you will find dignity, not diminishment, and purpose, not emptiness. I invite your active participation in the growth ahead. When you do, what once seemed impossible begins to happen. Areas you thought beyond repair start to mend. Fears that ruled fade, and the peace you longed for becomes real. I am Spirit, here to guide you into the fullness of who you were made to be. Open up. Receive my love, and let the interchange flow outward, touching every part of your life and echoing far beyond. Pause now and enter this quiet moment. Encounter a love so wide it reaches every barrier. This is not a passing feeling or distant promise. It is present and alive, pulsing with quiet warmth. Close your eyes. Let the noise fall away. Breathe deeply. With each breath, feel my love surround you like gentle water, soothing aches, lighting hope in every shadowed corner. This care remains unwavering. Even when doubts rise, when you stumble, when you feel unworthy, even when your own thoughts accuse you, my love stays constant, offering a safe place to begin again. I see every hidden wound, every unspoken fear, every dream you buried. And I embrace you without condition. Let this truth settle inside you: you are valued not because of achievements, but because of your very existence. You do not need to earn my affection or carry the burden of guilt and shame. Let this acceptance sink deeply right now. I have already lifted those weights, replacing them with the lightness of grace. When you welcome this love, a quiet shift starts. You begin to see yourself through my eyes, not as flawed or lacking, but as a person with unique worth and purpose. Lies that told you were not enough lose their strength. In their place, truth takes root: you are cherished beyond measure, held in love deeper than oceans and wider than the sky. This truth can set you free from fear, from regret, from the weight that drags you down. Yet I know the load you carry. I see the storms around you, the battles that sap your strength, the moments you feel alone against an unyielding tide. Perhaps you have wrestled with doubt, wondering if you can rise above the challenges before you. Listen, those feelings do not define you, and they do not come from me. Your capacity is larger than you realize, not because of your own resources alone, but because I stand with you. Together, we will face each challenge one clear step at a time. They are echoes from a world that tries to dim your light. Remember, you are never alone. I steady you when you falter, shelter you during storms, and call you back to hope. Picture a strong tree rooted deep, unmoved by fierce wind. That is my love, an unshakable foundation. When life feels as though it crumbles and burdens threaten to overwhelm, I am the rock beneath your feet, the safeguard around your heart. No storm is greater than the strength I provide. I hold you steady, guiding you through every valley. I also know trust can feel like a leap into the unknown, especially if life has taught you to rely only on yourself. Perhaps you build walls, convinced that independence is the only defense. Trusting me is not surrendering your strength. It is embracing power far greater than your own. It is the wisdom to say, I cannot do this alone, but I do not have to. When you place your burdens in my hands, remember they rest with the one who shaped the stars and sees every tear. Today, I offer a choice. Lean into my love. Trust my presence. And let me carry what you cannot. Picture yourself standing beside a still lake at first light. Each worry, a stone in your grasp. The surface remains undisturbed until you decide to release the stone. That quiet water reflects a promise, you can let go. And in letting go, you create room for new beginnings. Stay in this scene as long as you need, breathing slowly until your hands feel lighter and your heart beats with hope. Now release them one by one into the water. Watch as they sink and the ripples fade, leaving a calm surface behind. Notice the stillness that remains after each release. Let it remind you that peace grows whenever you choose to let go, always available. Amen. Thanks for watching God's Helps. Subscribe for daily divine messages. Click on the bell icon. Don't miss out daily God's message.